Do you think that there is going to be an opportunity, while Boehner is still there, to get some of these critical things done? We have a debt ceiling vote coming up.
Yeah.
We know what happened in the summer of 2011, walked right to the brink. Transportation bill is
Right.
the
Well,
highway
we have
fund is-
deadlines, yeah. The transportation bill expires, that all expires, the Highway Trust Fund, all of it, October 31st. The debt ceiling, November 3rd. November 3rd, we have to have legislation supporting, honoring the full faith and credit of the United States of America, November 3rd. December 11th is the day by which we have to have legislation passed to keep government open for the next year. So it's a matter of days, weeks, and 2 months that we have to get all of this done. Also, there are issues like the Ex-Im Bank, which is expired. There are 9/11 health workers, which has expired. You know, the things that have expired that we have to address, but these others are on a very short fuse. Just the very suggestion, when President Obama, and aren't we proud of President Obama? And he just said that. When President Obama, when we were having the negotiations on the budget in the summer of, what was that, 11, President Obama was very, shall we say, sympathetic to their views and said, yes, we'll go down the path you suggest. And then they said, well, we've changed our mind, we're not going down that path. Some people have said President Obama walked away from that budget, but he didn't.
Well, that's what Boehner says.
Yeah, he says, but I was in the room, I know, he said, yes, yes, and then they said, oh, never mind. But anyway, putting that aside for the moment, just for the moment, at that time, the full faith and credit, the debt ceiling, as we call it, was running out. And they said they weren't going to vote to lift the debt ceiling. And there was this big discussion about why and how and this or that. Well, the president prevailed, and the debt ceiling was lifted. But the very thought that they would question whether we would lift honor the full faith and credit lowered our credit rating. You just don't mess with this. This is about how our economy functions and the rest, and it sends a message to the world because many of those people are our creditors.
So do you think the Speaker is committed to making sure that the debt limit is
Yes.
raised?
Yes.
Let me ask you, I want to get to student
This
questions.
is a moral obligation. Yes, I think he is.
Well,
so I think we'll get that
it was
done.
then too, and there were those who were willing to.
Now.
Yeah. How much does the presidential race play into it? Because you've got guys like Senator Cruz who are running, who would use these issues as organizing tools.
We will lift the debt ceiling.
Okay, good. Let's move on then.